Hi, I'm Stuart, and welcome to SIRENNET Television. I am joined here today by
Tanya
and Chris,
and we're here to talk about the AVN1
Solo.
Thank you. That is available here on SIRENNET, and you might be going, what the heck is an AVN1 Solo? Nothing to do with Han Solo of Star Wars, probably going to get into trouble for saying that. But anyway, basically it is a great product from the gang over at Whelen Engineering in Chester, Connecticut. And Tanya is going to, along with Chris, tell us a little bit about it. Take it away, guys.
All right, so this is a Solo light. All right, let's start with that.
Okay, what can you tell me about it?
That's your job, Chris.
That's my job?
That is your job.
Wonderful. With that, it's actually taken the place of a previous version that Whelen had many, many years ago, the Talon. The Avenger is a 9-diode solo color version designed for interior warning light use. Quite versatile. You can have it on the sides of the interior, the back, the headliner, the front dash, anywhere that you need nice, linear, bright output using Gen 3 diodes.
So, that color is what?
This color that I have here happens to be a blue.
Okay, can we go ahead and put it on for a second?
Of course.
Now, as you can see, Tony, it's got quite a wide angle. We're looking at it as the camera crew are like half blind and can't see, which is normal. You can see it moving around Studio One here. You can see how the spread of the light. Chris, if you point that down on the table for a second, and I don't know whether the close-up camera can get in on that, you can see it creates like a U shape, all right? And that's how these deep dish reflectors work. They basically create a U shape. And then in front of the light, I'll actually use this as an example. In the front of the light, you actually have like I call it a swivel stick. That's what goes across the front here. And that swivel stick is put in front of the actual diodes. It's a total number of 12 diodes.
9 diodes,
9
actually.
diodes. Okay, see, even I make mistakes, which is usually constant. So basically there's 9 diodes in here. And then those diodes are then pushed up against basically a sort of a reflector.
Okay.
And that in turn bounces back into the deeper dish reflector that in turn pushes the light out. So it's a pretty straightforward technology, but it's something that Whelen patented a number of years ago. Okay. Now you've got some option mounting hardware there. What's really got?
This one here has suction cups on it.
Okay. So you can also suction cup mount this light?
But you can take them off, right?
Indeed,
you
you
don't
can.
have to suction cup it.
It does allow for suction cup removal. So with the bracket here, it actually is included when you purchase the AVN1. We have them available in different colors, so go ahead and select. The part number character will change based on the color. But for folks wanting to just throw this up on the glass as needed, suction cups, wonderful. Nice thing about them is they are removable from the bracket. There's also pre-drilled holes in the bracket which will allow you to take this and do a permanent mount installation in your vehicle. So with that, you can run your own permanent mount hardware through it.
So where exactly do you drill that into on the vehicle?
You could take bolts, screws, any other hardware you're choosing, Velcro, double-sided adhesive, and you could affix it up on the front headliner off behind the front windscreen. They work wonderful in SUV and pickups for side window applications. So with that, the third windows, or if it's a crew cab, basically the second set of doors or the extended cab window. Like Stuart demonstrated just a few moments ago, they have a wonderful off-axis output. So when these are going through the interior, not only are you going to see it head on, but with the off-axis through the diffuser, you're going to notice it at off angles. So as the vehicle is going through an intersection, or if it's at an angle in traffic or parked on the scene, you're going to see warning light bouncing out to the side. So really effective in that regards for placement, just not in the front, but sides and back alike, as we just mentioned.
Now you've got the flange cover, Tanya, there in your hand, and as you can see, there's a reflector on the left and the right side.
Yeah, it's just a sticker.
Yeah, exactly. And you apply that, and the reason you put that on is that creates even more bounce, because when you put the flange in front of the light, let's grab that for a second here. When you put the flange like this, in front like this, you can see you've taken away the ability for the light to go. So this allows it to be more intense in this area going forward. So it kind of works well with respect to that on that side. And there's also some other mounting hardware, Chris, you've got over there. Let's put this out of the way a second. And you've got basically 2 other pieces of hardware there that are available on the website?
We actually have an additional set of 3 total options that are available for you.
And they are?
We have a headliner mount bracket. It's the AVN BKT1. We have a sun visor based slide-on bracket. Can also be used to slide it into the headliner on the front or the back. AVN BKT3 on that part number. And for folks that are wanting to use a bit of a different bracket, offer some angling versatility, or if you're going to use these on the rear deck in the cruiser and the bracket that's included, the bail bracket system won't give you the height needed or the angling, or it just doesn't fix the dash light as you need it, the AVN BKT4 bracket set, Tanya, would be a nice versatile pedestal mount system. It affixes onto the inset screw holes, top or the bottom, and with that, a couple different pieces of hardware. And yeah, we can actually go ahead, open that up, show the folks
while you're
the
doing
pieces
that,
of hardware.
Put this light in, please, good sir. And that one is, you just showed the red. No, you showed the blue.
Showed the blue. This
is the red.
Nice thing with the dash lights is you have a 8-foot length, 12-volt plug-in, inline fuse in this as well, so twist the cap off to replace it if needed, on-off switch incorporated, and a momentary switch for flash pattern adjustments as needed.
And again, you get a chance to see the spread of light.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tanya, remind me, for flash pattern selections, how many are there that they can go through and select from?
There's 27, right?
There is indeed. So with that, fast, slow, and reminder, 9 diodes in here, so it's only going to flash in a solid footprint. But with that, as it's solid color or solo color, whichever you'd prefer to call it, really going to be the same thing for you, it's going to maximize the output of the LEDs versus the color bouncing back and forth between the two. Steady burn also, so should you need to have this on an application, appropriate color, where it's just going to be a constant on, glowing, nice bright intensity light, you can go ahead, set it to steady burn as well.
Well, I've taken these brackets out of the bag. Do you want to remind us what they're used for, Chris?
I can indeed. So the brackets themselves, it's going to be a pairing. It'll straddle the left and the right side of the dash light. So with the brackets, you'll fix them onto your flat mount surface, be it the rear deck, or you can flip them over, invert them on the headliner, side windows again as needed. So what these will do with additional hardware that's included is affix onto the dash light, allow for a permanent mount installation, and then best of all, the angle is adjustable. So dependent on the angle in which these are affixed on the interior of your vehicle, you can adjust the Avenger as needed, leveling it with the horizon, maximizing the output.
Whelen's AVN1, we're going to call it solo because there is a duo version. You can check both out on the website. There is a price difference, by the way, between the solo version, it's less, and the duo version, it's more. And the reasoning being is more diodes, more configuration, that's the way it goes. But again, great product, you would say, guys?
Wonderful product. Wonderful product from Whelen.
Available from Whelen, yes?
Yes.
There you go. It's available here on SIRENNET. This is
Tanya.
That is
Chris.
I am Stuart, and you have been watching SIRENNET Television. Thanks for watching.